After we examine the market, we're going to look at ASO as well as all the stocks that we've already highlighted at the beginning. Let's start with you, Chris. I've
Mhm.
got the regression channel still intact. You can see this center line. It's purple on my screen, but probably white for everyone else. And it's heading up toward it, but still kind of a slow and steady move off the minus zero point 0.5 standard deviation there. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the market looks fine. It's really been what's going on under the surface. So, the rotations that we're seeing, um, and a little bit last week and the week before where everything was down together. But I guess for me, now the at least yesterday the Qs closed 3.7% above the 50 days. So I'm really going to be watching how far it gets extended, because
Mm-hmm.
that's really been the flag that says the market's going to pull back when it gets 6 or 7% above that 50-day, and around 6% for the S&P as well. So keeping track on all those, and that's really the kind of the key thing lately that has really
Mm-hmm.
been keeping us in step with the market.
Absolutely. And I saw in the Q&A someone
Mm-hmm.
kindly asking if all of us on the show could highlight a little more about the level of exposure to the market, how many
Mm-hmm.
stocks you have. So guys, if you're willing to share some of that info, Chris, we'll start with you. Can you tell us?
Sure. Well, I as always, I got my big TQQ position, and with that and the other stocks I have, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am on margin right now.
Okay. Now, big TQQQ sounds like you're in a way a closet Tesla Fang stockholder, or are you not?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Okay. Ken, I want to take it over to you, back to you about the market. You had written the big picture on Monday and some significant changes in terms of the level of institutional selling. You want to detail about that?
Well, yeah, I mean the distribution day count has certainly has distribution days have been dropping like flies on the count. We on the big picture market pulse we lost another one on Monday. That's lowers the count for the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 to 2 each, and with indexes near highs, it's not clear that we've seen rampant signs of institutional buying in the indexes, but by the same token, institutional selling has really been kept on a tight leash, and has allowed the Nasdaq and S&P 500 to hold above the 50-day moving average. So a very light distribution day count working in the market's favor. And then on Thursday and or I should say Friday and Monday, we did see a nice improvement in breadth. The breadth yesterday on the S&P 500 was much better than the Nasdaq, but the Nasdaq was still close to 3-to-1 positive, and I believe that was the case on Friday as well. So, in terms of exposure, early last week when the Nasdaq was testing its 50-day moving average, it kind of felt like the market was ready to pull back a little bit. My exposure was right around 60 to 65%, but I have to say and I really didn't do much on Thursday, but Friday and yesterday I started putting money to work, and I'm back up to about 90% right now. Not on margin, but feel like I've got good exposure. Have a lot of stocks working, so happy to be where I'm at right now.
Thank you so much, Ken. And a quick follow-up, when you talk about 90% exposure, are you getting close to 8 stocks, 10 stocks? Do you actually have a little more broader diversity?
Right now, I've got 6 stocks.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Very nicely concentrated positions. That's right. Put lots of eggs in one basket and watch that basket. Uh, Harold, over to you. Could you first tell us your gut feeling about the market right now? How much are you invested? And a third quick question: what sort of option trades do you think would be most successful in this month?
Okay, well, I'll start with the market. It looks like the Nasdaq and the S&P are, we're breaking out to new highs, so that's nice. We had a pullback in mid July to that
Mm-hmm.
50-day, kind of went sideways after that, and now both indexes have broken out of that. So that's a good sign. We might see some resistance at the 15,000 level for the Nasdaq, but so far the indexes are looking good. Second question, the positions, number of positions. I have 11 positions on, and 5 of those are options. The others are stock positions. And what was the third question about? Options. I mentioned Apple, so I'm looking at probably selling a put spread on Apple. Probably do selling the at the money and then buying on deeper in the money. So I'll probably go what was it? Probably gonna go 50 to 52 to the October 15. Probably sell it for 145 by the 140, so $5 wide put spread.
You're
Mute,
muted.
Dave.
Oh, I'm back in the office. Going to October, do you feel bullish about just the way Apple's going to act in the next 2 months? I mean, that's kind of a statement with that trade, right?
Yeah. And I always go out in time, 45, 60 days out. There's an expression in a trading option. You want to give yourself the gift of time. You want to give that position a chance to work. And, going out that amount of time, Apple you're not going to explode higher, but I do expect a move, pretty good consistent move to the upside in the next couple of months.
We will go to ASO next, but a final question on that trade, Harold. Really appreciate the detail on the debt. I guess the put spread here. What if someone were to do this now, mimicking your trade? How much in premium do you expect to capture right now?
I'm looking about $1.50, about $1.25
Mm-hmm.
on the premium. So.
Okay. All right. And I will also highlight my portfolio is slightly margined. I'm trying to get off a little bit margin because I get a little bit nervous when I'm on margin, but nothing like at a level that perhaps our good friend Charles Harris might have detailed on Friday. I do have 10 positions. I do also have a larger size position in Tesla than the others, but I'm trying to make the other positions as big as possible such that if I'm lucky and right with those, it can have a nice impact on the portfolio. So 10 stock positions, and almost all of them have covered calls on them as well. So I don't know if that's 20 trading positions or not, but anyway, 10 stocks. Let's go to ASO right now. And Chris, why don't you take it away here? That was a nice rebound yesterday.
Yeah, let me take a look at it with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could draw a trend line, across the downside of the base, a little tighter because it crossed it yesterday.
How's that?
And people were asking about this is because this is one of the examples we talked about that last week on the podcast, which we detailed early entries, and especially in this market where breakouts most breakouts have been struggling, but if you get in early and get that early profit cushion, then you can sit through the back and forth around the breakout and get further ahead. Mm-hmm. So this is one that we've been watching, and it crossed the trend line yesterday, and unfortunately I was in some meetings and missed it all. So, but I think it looks good right now. It's following up on it. I may buy some unless we want to put it on leaderboard or something like that first. So